Hi everyone, it's Catherine here from Minky Finger Cat. Haul video. Yeah, okay, no spend, didn't really happen, but I'm going to give myself an excuse and a bit of a get out clause. Also, weird angle, different angle. Put the tripod thing in the wrong place, but it works, it does. Oh, this light though. Yep, those will be those eye bags. Anyway, yes. So the plan for this year was to not buy any new stash in terms of stamps, dies, that kind of stuff. I was absolutely allowed to buy cardstock, adhesive, cards and envelopes, that kind of stuff, but no new stash. But then I went to a craft fair. It was really weird. It was just, I've not been to one of those for years and years and years, and my goodness me. I have to say I was a little bit like, there wasn't a huge amount I wanted to buy or felt like I needed, but I did buy some stuff. I'm going to give myself a little bit of a get out clause. Okay, I have been selling stash. So actually what I spent on new stash, I've already got back in craft sales already this year, but it has probably just wiped me out now. There is probably not made any money now. Obviously, I've never made money because I'm selling my stuff for much less than what I paid for it, but I've had good use out of it. So anyway, so I thought I'd come on and show you what I've bought, and just do a little craft haul video, little short video. Most of my videos are not short, so we're going to try and keep this one short, but I'm not intending to craft at the moment. I might do. I have got a day of work. It is now afternoon though. It's now 2:20, and I've just gone to make myself a cup of coffee. There's no milk in the house. Nobody told me that just before when I was going out. Could have gone to the supermarket on the way back. So I am going to have to dash out, go and get some milk and some basic supplies. So I might craft later, but I'm not crafting as part of this video. So what did I buy? Right, well, I did buy some stuff that I think I'm allowed to buy regardless. That is syringes. So for those that don't know, what you do is you put this stuff called Pinflair glue gel into the syringe, and then it's a lovely adhesive that's got some dimension to it instead of using either foam tabs or whatever. Really good for decoupage. Well, I do decoupage very often, but I really like Pinflair glue gel. But unfortunately, I left the lid off. See that little, hang on, let's get one open. So this is a lesson to you all. I left the little yellow top off with the glue inside it, and it all completely and utterly solidified. You have to put the lid back on. So anyway, because there will be future accidents, I bought 3 of these. Cheap as chips, I think it was about 80p or something. So I bought 3 of those. Okay, the other thing I bought was a tiny tub of glossy accents. Now they had loads of big tubs of glossy accents, but I don't use the big tubs because I don't use it often enough, and again it tends to then clog in the tip and then you end up not being able to control it. So I always go for a little one, and as you can see, that one's only got a teeny little bit left in the bottom. So I thought, right, I'll get myself one ready, glossy accents. Okay, and the other thing that I bought that obviously I'm allowed to buy, card blanks. So I bought some 7x7, some 8x8, and some 5x7. Now normally these are about £9, £8-9 for a pack. All 3 for 15. Couldn't say no to that, and actually I do need new card blanks and envelopes. So that's what I bought. Now, my little splurge, well, first of all, little splurge was really teeny tiny, and one of them was really bargain. So it was in one of the sale buckets, and it's this stamp set from Altenew. So it's the everything stamp, and I really like it. It's got this big, I know that's backwards for you, but it's got this really big everything stamp, and it's like a half tone, so when you stamp it, it's really, and then some really cool sentiments around the edge. So it's like, you make everything better, or you mean everything to me, everything will be okay, you are my everything, I'm in awe of everything you do, thanks for everything you do rocks. Everything I am is because of you. Everything happens for a reason. I love everything about you. I think that's probably happy. Happy? happy everything. I don't know where the happy fits in, but I really like that. I'm now looking to see if I can get the die that cuts out the big word everything, because that would have been ideal. But bargain, £2. £2. I think they're about £8, £7.50, something like that, if you were to buy it from somewhere like Seven Hills Craft, brand new. So I was dead chuffed when I saw that. Very into the American brand stamps now. Really not so keen on most of the British ones. They tend to cater for an older audience, shall we describe it as. It's a little bit twee and fussy and maybe a bit fuddy-duddy in some places. I also am a little bit more discerning these days, because I know what kind of cards I need to make. I don't just make cards for no reason. Well, I do make cards for no reason, that's completely not true. But I don't, like, I'm not going to do cutesy little cute animal things, because they're just not the kinds of cards I send to anyone. So I do sometimes make those sorts of things if I've got stuff in my stash, or when I'm doing my design team. They tend to be charity cards, as in once I've got a stack of them, I just take them down to the charity shop and they can have them and sell them, because obviously I've got my enjoyment out of the making. But yeah, none of my friends are going to appreciate those kinds of cards. And a lot of the cards I make, I give to my aunts, my two aunties, for them to have as their stash for sending out to their friends and other members of the family and stuff. And again, no one's really cutesy cardy type people. So anyway, so I'm a bit more discerning in what I buy, and I really like Altenew, Concord and Ninth, Avriel. I like Lawnfawn, but again, there's a lot of cutesy stamps in there, so it's quite specific, the stuff that I like that Lawnfawn does. So yeah, so I was a bit more discerning. The other thing that there was loads of was loads of like Lavinia type stamps. So there was a massive Lavinia set. Stampers Grave had a beautiful stand. Jo Rice was there demoing, and she was doing some beautiful Lavinia stuff. Absolutely gorgeous. It's just not my thing. I think it's beautiful. It's just not my thing to make. And there's about 3 other companies doing very similar kinds of work to the Lavinia type style. And the other thing was like the paper artsy, the more mixed media type stuff. And again, I've got a lot of stuff, but also I'm not really doing art journaling at the moment. I'm not finding that joy in that at the moment. So I wasn't really interested in buying that kind of stuff either. So yeah, it wasn't the craft fair for me. But I did go to the Honeydew Crafts. Oh, don't know if you could hear that. That was my tummy having a little bit of a digest moment. Apologies. But yeah, Honeydew Crafts stand. I actually don't know if that was who it was, but that's what the mass majority of their stuff was. Loads and loads of stamps and some dies, but I really liked these background dies. So I bought 2 of them. They were £14.99 each, so I spent £32 on stash. That's what I'm saying. Probably spent what I've earned in terms of selling stuff. But I thought these were quite interesting. So this one, as you can see, it's quite a large size. In fact, let me just get the 5x7. I'm pretty sure it's 5x7 in size. Pretty much will be perfect size for a 5x7 card. Obviously, you can trim it down. It just isn't going to have that neat head, so you'd have more of the look a little bit like Hessian, I think, if I cut it down. But I think that would work anyway. But I'm enjoying making bigger cards at the moment, so I was quite happy with the size of this. So I thought that would be really cool as a background. You could do it in Christmassy stuff. You could make it into a picnic blanket, or you could just have it white and it'd be really interesting. So I bought that one. And then this one, which is like leaves. In fact, what's it called? It's called Forest Leaves. So quite large. But again, I thought that would be quite nice. White on white. And then having flowers. Or maybe colouring it and making it inky. And anyway, I thought that they were quite cool. And very different from anything that I've already got. So I felt justified that I could buy these. And as I say, I didn't kind of go over that sort of budget I put in my head. I mean, my budget in my head was not to buy anything. But why do I go to a craft fair if I'm not going to buy anything? But if I was absolutely tempted to buy anything, it had to be within the budget of sort of what I'd sold on craft supplies in the last couple of months. So definitely sold just slightly more than £32, but not much. I think I'm about 38 or something, so not a huge amount else. So I think, even though my no spend I've failed. I will hold my hand up and say I failed that challenge. But my new challenge is not to spend any more on stash, as in this kind of stash, than I've sold. That's my new thing. So I need to go and tot up actually how much I have sold. I don't sell things particularly regularly, as in it's not like I put them up for sale and they go immediately. So I have a couple of different Facebook groups that I sell stuff on. And sometimes I get a little bit of a, ooh, 4 things sold in one day, and then I can go 3 weeks and I've not sold anything. So I basically have a little box over to the side that when I've finished using something and I think, nope, I'm not in love and needing to keep this anymore, I pop it in that, and then I pop them up on the Facebook group as and when I get a time to do that. So that was my little craft haul. I'm looking forward to cutting these out. My desk is a complete tip. As you know, I need to go to the supermarket and go get milk so I can put it in the coffee that I've made. But I just wanted to film this first. And then when I've come back from the supermarket, I will be able to clear the desk, because these have just been sitting on the desk, which is also incredibly messy. So I need to have a clean up, tidy up, and then sort stuff out. I've realised how horrifically messy my work desk looks as well. And I'm thinking probably need to clean that as well. Maybe it's a cleaning day and not a crafting day. Who knows? Anyway, it was nice chatting to you. Hope you enjoyed my little haul video. Yeah, apologies. I didn't last very long. So actually I bought these, it's March when I'm videoing this, but actually it was February when I bought them. But only the last weekend of February, so it wasn't like it was like the beginning of February. I did last about 7.5 weeks. Ridiculous, isn't it? Anyway, I hope you enjoyed. Thumbs up, thumbs down, whatever. Send me a message, whatever. Subscribe to see more. Hopefully don't do whole videos very often. What I might do is, after I've done a clean up and tidy up, I might do a little craft room tour, because I've not done one of those for a while and I have moved a few bits and pieces around, so maybe I'll do that. But I have to clean and tidy first, because you don't want to see the mess, because it's a real mess. Take care. Until next time. Bye bye.